Right. Hello, so today I'm going to be doing, or tonight rather, wait, let me grab my phone because I have something that I need to read off my phone. Good grief, I have an obscene message from my friend. Yes, I'm wearing a penguin top as well, yes, that's right. Let's just start again, shall we? Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a review on The Keeper of Lost Things, which is by Ruth. Hogan. Cute little fact, I actually uploaded a picture of this book and another one. I bought it on like a buy one get one half price deal in WH Smith before I went to Glasgow one day, and I uploaded the picture and I found her Instagram, tagged her in it, and she commented on my picture saying have a nice trip and enjoy your books. So sweet. Anyway, that is by the by. It's gonna be like another informal review, just like me telling you my thoughts on the book. Let's just get started. The Keeper of Lost Things follows two worlds, two stories if you like. It follows the world of Laura, Anthony, Freddie and Sunshine, and then Eunice and Bomber. Anthony, or St. Anthony, is the Keeper of Lost Things. So withholding a promise to, basically to like kind of keep a promise, he starts collecting things that people have lost and he labels them, like where he found them, what time, like loads of descriptive stuff, and he keeps them all. He's got like this study that he keeps everything in that he's found that is lost. The start of the book is basically him dying and he is going to leave everything to his assistant Laura, and the story just follows like he in his will leaves everything to Laura but says you have to try and return some of these things to their owners. So that's one side of the story, and you've got Freddie the gardener and Sunshine the neighbour across the road, who is my favourite character of all time. And then the other side of it is Eunice and Bomber. Bomber is a publisher and Eunice works for him. She's in love with him. They're best friends for life, but he doesn't see her that way, which is explained later on in the book. Okay, so that's like a general overview of what the book is about. I haven't explained it very well, but basically the story follows Laura's journey of figuring out what to do when she inherits all this stuff and this mission. So that's in kind of real time. And Eunice and Bomber's story goes way back to like when they first met up until present day. Spans over quite a lot of time, whereas Laura's story is in present day the whole time. And eventually the two stories intertwine in the most amazing way possible. I was reading it and I was really hoping that it wasn't just going to be like two separate stories. They're great, they're lovely, and like you can see how they mix. Well, I mean, I certainly could. I think it's obvious. I don't think it's like a big secret. You can see how the two stories mix, but when they do finally mix at the end, even though it wasn't like a massive surprise, it was just glorious. It was so nice. Anyway, there's two stories, but then there's actually loads of stories within the stories. So for each item that's lost there that they kind of mention in the book, it goes into like a short story of how that item became to be lost. The first few, which this is the weird part, so the first few stories are quite light and funny. I really like them. They're lovely, they're cheerful, they're happy. As the book goes on, they get a bit darker, and that's explained in the book as to why. Well, they say I'm explaining this so badly. Anthony is an author, so he writes a collection of short stories, and so when it goes into the short stories of the items and how they came to be lost, I presumed it was Anthony writing the stories, and it may have been that way, but later on in the book people come forward to collect some items with the same stories, but have they just read the short stories? I didn't think about that before. Perhaps they read the short stories and I just pretended it was theirs. Oh my god, a new level. It's probably not that. It's probably not that deep. Did you hear that? What was that? That's a general overview of what the book is about. There's love in there, there's friendships there. Do you know what? This book actually touches on a lot of issues. So we have a character who has Down syndrome, or dancing drone, which I love. We have a divorcee, we have a gay character, we have someone with dementia, there is a black character who is treated badly for the way he looks. It touches on a lot of things. The overall theme of the book is quite nice. The characters, I like them all pretty much. The main character Laura, who's Anthony's assistant that you follow, there are times when I don't actually like her, and I've had a lot of the time I don't like her, which is quite interesting for like a kind of main character to make them somewhat unlikable at times. The way she treats Sunshine annoyed me. It's almost a mystery as to why someone falls in love with her, because she's a bit of a dick at times. But that's fine, people can be harsh, and I'm certainly not an angel, so that's fine. Freddie I love, he's a great character, but he's like flawless, and I'm like, come man. Sunshine is the neighbour across the road, and she is probably my favourite character in the whole book. She has her own way of saying things and doing things, and it made me smile, it made me laugh, and I just absolutely adored her character. Then we have Eunice and Bomber. I love their relationship. Bomber is great. Bomber has this crazy horrible sister called Portia, who again, like, even though she's like a baddie, I just like, you kind of love to hate her, hate to love her, whatever the expression is. So yeah, the characters are all great. I think they're really well thought through, and with all the mini stories as well, there's a lot to go on. Now, if anyone's been following my channel for a while, you'll know that this isn't my normal kind of book. I've been reading loads of thrillers this year, and I absolutely love a thriller. I was getting slightly bored of them. The more you read them, the more you can see what's happening. It gives you like a sixth sense, so you just start to guess the storylines, and it gets a bit boring. But I decided to have a little bit of a break from them. So this was a nice break for me, and it was something completely different. The style of writing was also completely different. This style of writing I would call flowery, or like really descriptive, or like almost poetic, which I struggle to read. So this book has taken me 18th of November. Okay, so this book has taken me just less than 2 weeks to read, which isn't a long time. A lot of people probably spend a lot longer reading books, but I read quite a, well, I read quite a lot. This year I've started to read quite a lot, and recently I've been reading like a book a week or whatever. So this book has actually taken me quite a long time to read, considering it's not that long a book. It's quite short. The writing's really descriptive, and I took a picture of a page, just a random page, to like kind of give you an example of that. I know the book's right there, but at the time I was reading it I was like, okay, I need to remember to bring this up in my video, so I'll read this out to you. A blade of light from the cloud-streaked sun sliced through the barely breached curtains and fired a blood-red glint onto a crowded shelf just beside the biscuit tin. I realise I read that terribly, but that's what I mean by it's very descriptive, but like almost poetic. It is beautifully written, but with all those descriptions, and this is what I struggle with at school as well, my mind gets lost a little bit. When I'm reading a book, I have the film in my head, like I am picturing it all, I've got all the details, it's a film in my head. But when there is a lot of detail, I get distracted, and like I can't, my brain can't process it properly, because I'm basically, what I'm saying is I'm quite thick and I'm not good with lots of words or big words. That's basically what I'm saying. I need things to be simple. So a lot of the time I find myself dipping in and out, and I'd be reading it, but then I'd be thinking about something else, and I come back and be like, okay, wow, I've totally forgot what I was doing. This isn't a bad thing about the book at all. I'm not criticizing the book. The writer is clearly very talented, and it's just a beautiful, imaginative, amazing writer that I maybe am quite ready to appreciate yet. Maybe this was just a leap too far for me. However, I did enjoy the book, and I did read it in less than 2 weeks, as I've just discovered. So, you know, I don't know what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if like me, you like quite simple books that aren't very descriptive, this might be a bit out of your reach, but this one I do recommend giving a go. The thing that makes this book quite easy to read as well, or like on the flip side, what would make it easier to read, is the fact that the chapters are quite short. There's only like 1 or 2 that are quite long. A lot of them are really short. Some of them could be even just as short as 2 or 3, maybe 4 pages. So maybe you could just, you know, tell yourself, right, I'll read 1 chapter, but the story is so amazing that you will want to read more. Some of the reasons I love this book is because it was magical, it was really warm. When you read a book, you're kind of stepping into somebody else's world, and you want that to be, well, you want it to be whatever it is. You want it to be removed from your own. You want it to be exciting or scary, or you just want to feel something. That's exactly what the story will do for you. It's so creative, it's so imaginative. The world that you're stepping into is magical, it's warm. Okay, there's ups and downs, but it's warm. It's a big hug of a book. It's an absolute gem, and it is beautifully written. So if you appreciate a descriptive, poetic, lovely book, then you will love this. If you're a bit thick like me, stick with it, try and focus on it, and I promise you won't regret it. This is the best book I have read in a long time. I'm going to struggle to find something else that I want to read as much as this. I would actually read this again. Like, I really want another one of these books. So if for some crazy reason Ruth is watching this, please can you do another one? It's a beautiful book. I love it, and I want to know what happens to Laura, Freddie, Sunshine. Also quite intrigued about Eunice and Gavin. Do they have a nice friendship? I feel like it was left a little bit at the end for another book, so... Also, I just want to say that I read the bit about the author at the end, and I love the fact that she's kind of come to writing later on in life. Like, she's always loved doing it, but never really had time until she became ill. That just made me love everything even more. I can hear my voice being really annoying, so I'm gonna go. It's midnight. I've got work tomorrow, so better go. I will give this book 5 out of 5. 5 stars. That's how much I love this book. And it's pretty as well. Look at the cover. It's so pretty. I love it so much. Thoroughly recommend reading. It's 302 pages. Quite short. It would do like a little holiday read, or, you know, just a nighttime read. If you've read this book and you'd like to talk about it, leave me a comment down below and we can discuss our favourite things about it. I love doing that, and that's what makes doing a book review worth it, like seeing what other people think. If you agree with me, fantastic, let me know. If you don't agree with me about any of the things I've said, if you think I'm wrong, let me know. Or if you didn't enjoy the book, let me know. I mean, I can't see why you wouldn't enjoy this book, but I'm open to hearing about it. I really am. The next book I have to read, I think, is a thriller. It's called The Roanoke Girls. Probably gonna start that tomorrow. So exciting. I think that's enough now. I need to go to bed. I upload a new video every Tuesday and Thursday at 4 o'clock, or I try to. If you would like to see them, then hit the subscribe button, and if you like this video, hit the like button, leave me a comment, and I'll give you a hug. I won't, because I can't. Thanks for watching. Bye.